What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Hold the Husband Podcast. I'm your host, Terry Duran. I got both of my co-hosts on the line with me. I got my man, J. Bob, on the building. What's good, bro?
Not much, man. Ready to chop it up with the fellas tonight, as always. But want to quickly remind you, you can catch us on YouTube, as well as follow us on TikTok at Hold the Husband Podcast. And for those interested in promos or shouts, you can shoot us a DM on IG at Hold the Husband Podcast, as well as email us at hoetohusbandpodcast@gmail.com. All right, T.
I also got my man SD. What's good, bro?
Nothing, man. I'm a little winded, a little tired, long day, but hey, we here to give it to y'all just like this. So I want to give a shout out to Brother Soul Productions for always keeping the background audio fresh, and I want to remind you all to donate to the Hold the Husband Podcast on Cash App and PayPal. All right, T.
I want to remind everybody that y'all can catch the audio playback of the podcast every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on thecore94.com. Tonight's episode is titled We All Got Needs. We're going to be having a conversation about how our desire for companionship, to have a sense of community, and our sexual desires influence our behavior. But y'all know how we do around here, man. We like to discuss stuff that we've seen trending or on our timelines. So we got a couple interesting posts that we were going to discuss this week. This first post went viral, man, of a lady that went to a concert and decided to get on stage and dance with the performer. And the crowd just gave it to her boyfriend. Let's take a look. Damn, man, I can only imagine how embarrassing that had to be, bro. You got a whole arena full of people. You on the Jumbotron, they showing you on the camera. And they showing your woman doing the most with the dude that she don't even know personally. I can totally understand why he broke up with the girl, because she, tried to put up a video apologizing to the guy since it went viral. But though in the moment, no woman that actually respects her man would do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Just got to make better decisions, ladies.
Yeah, and for the guy, like, hey, man, be glad. Be glad she showed her hand before you dropped down to one knee and put a ring on her finger. She showed what she was about, because not only did she get up there and dance, like, because it's one thing, man, you go up on stage and somebody serenade you or want to dance or whatever, and you like, nah, we ain't doing that. I'm up here, whatever, right? It's a whole nother thing. You bent over, you behind the silhouette, you with this man, and then you stayed there with dude, and your man left. Your man went, the concert was done, you with dude. Like, this is the ultimate disrespect, and it shows that this is why I don't date women that are obsessed with celebrities. I don't date women that are obsessed with celebrities, because 9 times out of 10, if they're obsessed, it's a difference between liking and obsession. If you look up the definitions of those things, if they just like them, cool, you like they work or whatever the case, like, ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you obsess over somebody, it is unhealthy. It is something that you constantly thinking about. And a lot of times when a woman is obsessed with a dude and they finally meet this guy, then they'll pretty much do anything to be with that person. Yep. So it's a difference with that with me. So I don't deal with women that's obsessed with celebrities. Go ahead, Jay. What you think?
Yes. You know what resonates with me is when Keke Palmer was dancing on Usher. That situation kind of resonated with me, because I mean, this is total just, you have no respect for your relationship whatsoever. And I think this isn't the first time she's done, maybe not to this extent, but she's done behavior like this before, where she did something that's disrespectful to that relationship. And I think homeboy just said, but hey, he made the right choice in leaving, man, because he went viral for all the wrong reasons. You don't want to be on that Summer Jam screen because your lady's twerking on some rapper that's some dude that she don't know. All he gonna do is hit and quit and go about his business. You go back to that, man. Nah, you got this man looking like a cuck out here, man.
Yeah, I mean, and it's worse. Like, he's at the concert, like, damn. damn, man, like you know, sometimes when you see dudes with chicks and they move a certain type of way, you like, man, that's on you. But you taking your girl to a concert, they got good seats at the concert, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it seemed like she didn't put no thought whatsoever into how he would feel or how that would make him look. And like you said, that's definitely not the type of mentality that you want in a woman that you're trying to take serious. I don't know. I hope he don't got a kid with the chick. You know what I'm saying? They were saying boyfriend and girlfriend, not baby mama, but still, ladies, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I understand you on stage and all that, but it seemed like she was just dropping to her knees, bending. Like, come on, man! Like, you gotta have a certain, you know, a boundary for your man.
Not even for your man, for yourself. This is why it's important to pick women that have respect for themselves and some integrity. Because when you pick women that's got respect for themselves and some integrity, it don't matter if you with her or she with her girls and you not there. You know your woman ain't gonna compromise the respect for herself for a moment in time with a celebrity that she's never gonna, you know what I'm saying, be with again. You know your woman don't move like that. That's why you got to pay attention to people. And it's not just the women the men paying attention to the women, it's the women paying attention to the men too. And the integrity and the respect that they have for themselves as well. And you have to leave these people alone no matter how nice looking they are, because it'll cause you a lifetime of pain, hurt, and anguish and turmoil if you don't. So I hope, again, like you said, he ain't got no kids with her, man, forget her. She got to go. And he'll be a lot happier that way in the long run. It might hurt for a little while, but in the long run, that's the best decision you could have made.
How much do y'all think that like the crowd influences that type of situation? Because we know like bachelor parties where the chick end up sucking off a stripper or something crazy like. It seems like when women do you know, go the extra mile to try to get the oohs and ahs from the crowd, or to try to impress the other women, do you think that played a role in what happened?
No, man, I just think she was a hoe. I just think she was a hoe.
This is why I slightly disagree with that, right? I agree with that to an extent, but I'm going to take it a step further here. You know, attention's a hell of a drug. And I think with her, she put that premium on attention because, you know, she's twerking up there. I'm sure the crowd is saying, yes, girl, you know, cheering her on to go do this. So, you know, it enticed her to do this even more.
I get it. But what I'm saying is they didn't entice her to stay with dude, to go with him after the concert, to leave her man. They didn't entice her to do that. They didn't entice her to stay with him and do all of that. Like, that's what she wanted to do.
To happen, yeah.
She wanted to do that. And so when she got up there, she was going to go all out. She didn't care about her man. She didn't care how he felt. She didn't care what he thought. It was about her. That's why you have to move smart out here and get with women or men that care about you and care about themselves, because they wouldn't put you in a position like that to embarrass you like that. That's men and women. I don't care if it's dudes cheating or women going up to dance with Usher. Now, this one to me was worse than Keke Palmer. In my book, I agree. Keke Palmer had on the outfit, but she wasn't grinding on him or nothing like that. This here chick was on his balls, like, yo, when she bent over, listen, she on this man nutsack, and her man sitting right there.
Literally.
Yeah,
that's wild,
front row, watching this dude grind. I mean, all up in the cheeks, like, yeah. And your girl right there. Come on, man. And she with it. She bending over for him, getting down in front of him, like, come on, man. Like, you got to walk home. Get you an Uber. Get you an Uber. You ain't going home.
Y'all think he's going to forgive her? Because she made her apology. Y'all think
I hope not. I don't know if he will. I hope he doesn't.
No, man. Because you know what? She'll never respect him. She will never respect him. The minute you let a lady, the minute you let a woman do something like that to you, and you take her back, bro, she'll never respect you again. She gonna look at you like a sucker, and she gonna do it again. Yep. She gonna cheat because she know that you ain't gonna go.
You ain't got the heart to do nothing about it. You're right.
Not only that, she's gonna test even further to see what else she can get away with. She gonna push the envelope even more.
Yeah, next thing you know, she gonna walk in the bedroom with a strap on because you a sucker.
Oh, bro.
You a sucker. No, that's what happened. Listen, fellas, let me tell you, that's what happened when you a simp out here. When you a simp out here, that's the next step. She gonna turn you around because you a sucker. Don't be no sucker and no simp to none of these here chicks. Be nice to your lady, but don't let them play you and turn you into a sucker and do whatever they want with some other man and then turn around and come back to you. Next thing you know, you wearing the dress. You got the panties on. And she got you bent over in the bedroom. Don't do it. Trust me.
Oh, man.
I've seen it happen to these simps out here.
All right, man. That kind of goes into our next video. This next video went viral of a podcast where a guy's going back and forth with the women about the men that they actually want not wanting them. Let's take a look.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
Not a lie.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil.
Man, Cuz was going in. You know what I'm saying? Like he chose violence from start to finish. A lot of what he's saying is truth. You know, most women view themselves as wife material or good women. Women seem to all feel that they're all beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, but that's drastically different than how the men in the dating population actually view these women. Even the women that are attractive or very sexy, a lot of them operate and present themselves in ways that would get them ignored as far as long-term commitment or marriage from the guys that they view as husband material men. So what he was saying was true. He didn't try to hold no punches when he was giving it to him.
Yeah. I don't see how women don't understand why they can get dick but can't get no ring that they want. Like, it's got to be a reason behind it. And it ain't all. You mean to tell me you got 30 bodies and none of these dudes seen this great wifey material woman in you? None of them? All they seen was labias? That's it? It's got to, like, there's no self-reflection. You know what I mean? And again, like he said, it's a lot of good men, I believe, and this here is just me. I believe it's more good men out here that want relationships and marriage than men that don't. Because most of these men ain't even getting one woman to sleep with them. So most of these dudes ain't hoes out here. It's a lot of good dudes, a lot of chess champions and debate team guys and guys that don't got no swag and no personality and all this stuff. It's a lot of those guys out here that's socially awkward. That's a little lame. Maybe he a little short. Whatever the case, he not making the type of money they think he should be making. Maybe he making 70,000 or something like that. It's a lot more of those guys than it is the top percentile of men. But we know based off of what we see every day, whether it's Kendra G's show, whether it's Kevin Samuel's show that he used to have when the women would come on there, or any other women that we typically talk to, their threshold be automatic $100,000. Automatic. That means that 90% of men don't even qualify.
Ain't even on the radar.
Ain't even on their radar off bat. Then you throw everything else into the mix. Look how many men you getting rid of. Yeah, it's a lot of good dudes out there. They not looking for them. in the women ain't looking for those types of dudes, the majority of the good men, because they don't fit the mold that the women want. But the men that do fit the mold that the women want are so picky and so strenuous in how they choose women, because they know they are the top percentile of men, that those women don't qualify. They don't qualify because those men in the top percentile of men, when it comes to looks, physicalness, personality, humor, money, those men are gonna put a magnifying glass on you. Now, sweetheart, wait a minute, you overweight. Wait a minute, you got 3 kids outside, three bastard kids. Hold on, wait a minute. Your attitude is that bad? You don't think you need a man? You talking about you a strong,
a lot of stuff there,
queen, and it's like, why would I be bothered with that if I'm a top guy? I'm not gonna be bothered with that. Now they might hit you, they might feed you to the mattress for sure. Again,
and that's what get them mixed up, man.
Yeah, dick ain't the problem.
Once they get the sex, they feel that that's their dating market, and it's actually not. You know what I mean?
Not even close. Not even close, because they don't understand men. They you know what? They understand men. They just don't want to accept it, because the women will say men will sleep with anything, and they be anything.
That's not when women say that, they never view that. I think that applies to them.
Not at all.
They never view it like a man that could get a much better caliber of woman is settling for me. They just, I don't know why, but that's definitely not the perspective.
You know why? What you mean?
Because every woman thinks that she's a dime. Like, in this situation, you let a woman tell her, all the men she dated was the problem. It was never her. Mind you, she's the common denominator in the situation, but it was all the men and not her.
Yeah, every one of them think they're a dime. Social media has completely, this ain't even a word, I don't think, delusionalized a lot of women out here because of the attention that they get, the panderers that's there, the friends that they have, the pastor that they have, the dad that they had in the home telling them that they were princesses and that they are gorgeous. Like, people feed women lies their entire lives.
It's profitable
to make them feel good. And then when they get out here into the dating world and reality don't reflect that you a dime, you can't get the type of man that you want. And then when people try to correct it and say, baby, your attitude, it's not that you independent and you make money. It's your attitude that's causing these here men to run away from you. They don't want to hear it. These men intimidated. These men are scared. They ain't got, they mad because I got my own place and all this here. And they just don't get it no matter how many times you say it. So the men are really just getting tired of keeping saying the same thing. And the dudes, when we talk about, a lot of American women, the guys are saying, man, look, I'm going to go get me a chick from somewhere else that actually feminine and know she need a man. That's what we are seeing now. And it's only going to leave more women out in the cold in the process.
Yes, it's only going to get worse as time goes on.
Yes. Yep.
It's sad to see, but between social media and some of these podcasts out here, the stripper culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, just all these different things are all placing a strain on dating as a whole. So women are viewing it because they're not getting what they want out the situation. They're viewing all interactions with men as a negative thing, but they're constantly putting themselves out there and doing things that generate sexual attention. So it's like it's this negative ball of, I don't know. It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? But it makes people like me just so thankful that I was able to get married and have a serious relationship before the BBL era and all the things that people are dealing with now.
Before the social media era.
Yeah. I mean, because it's just it warps the self-awareness of women to where they don't even think that what they're doing is problematic or can be unpleasant to deal with. And that's an impossible thing to deal with long term for any man, because based on our experience, we know over after a couple months, the chicks start getting on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like we can identify problematic behaviors or mindsets very early on. And with today's woman, or the modern woman, as they call it, it's very hard to think of any way to actually resolve issues and keep things running smoothly.
Man, it's tough because a lot of them don't respect men. A lot of them don't. They don't respect men for the things that men bring outside of money. So it's tough for a lot of dudes to even get their foot in the door with any of these here women out here.
They leave with the cash app.
Yeah. So I just seen a video today. The woman made a video talking about the dude said, some guy on Instagram said, "Hey, I'm gonna buy you lunch today." He sent her $30.
Oh yeah.
And she made a video.
Yeah, I saw it.
She was like, $30? Man, I thought he was going to at least send me $100. Man, why you going to send me $30? And it was a problem. A stranger. A guy that's just on Instagram, that sent her this money. And it was an issue. And she was average. She was
what am I supposed to eat? Chick-fil-A? Like,
yeah. What's wrong with eat it.
What's wrong with Chick-fil-A? Shit.
Or anything, but that's not even the point. Like, whatever. Why can't you just say, "Hey, thank you. I appreciate that."
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't have to do anything. Yeah, appreciate what you got.
No, man, entitled, and it comes from social media and the simps too. You can't just blame her. You blame the simps and the not the panderers, but these here dudes that's just sending her money just because. Like, they the ones messing them up.
The strippers, they post a panty picture. Would you choose $500 or me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
give me my 500.
I'll be like, and then you can see in the comments, it's all kind of thirsty dudes. Oh, it shows you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I call that fishing for compliments. You know what I mean? But
they know what they doing, and then don't even say thank you.
Yeah, if you a sucker, you buy into that type of stuff, then that's on you, man.
Yep, they don't even say thank you. They'll have 1,000 comments. They don't say thank you or nothing to these here dudes under there. They still go under there faithfully to say something and get ignored. Like, what type of loser are you?
Right.
Big loser.
All right, man. We about to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be getting into tonight's topic. Hi, I'm relationship coach and author Terry Duran, and I am pleased to announce that my book, It's Not That Complicated, is finally available as an audiobook. So if you don't like to read, or you just don't have time to read a paperback book, this audiobook is perfect for you. You can listen to it while you're in your car, while you're at work, etc. In the book, I break down how husband material men think and operate in regards to sex, love, and relationships, and I provide real quality insight on how husband material men approach dating. The audiobook is available on audible.com and on iTunes. All you have to do is go to one of the websites and search for my name, Terry Duran. Go download your copy today. All right, everybody, welcome back to the How to Husband podcast. Tonight's episode is titled We All Got Needs. We're talking about our desire for companionship, our desire to have a community, and how our sexual desire influence our behavior. From a male perspective, it's hard to think of an aspect of life where dating or women is really not a factor, because almost everything that men do is in preparation or in an effort to put themselves in a position to be able to provide for a family or attract women. Haircuts, the clothes we wear, the working out, all those things, they can have health benefits and other benefits, but I think most guys do that for the attention and the competitiveness that comes along with trying to appeal to the opposite sex.
Yeah, I mean, I think, dudes want to have a good life for themselves, but they know what comes along with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not stupid. I wanted to go, I wanted to make money because, I like things. And at that particular time as a young man, I knew that having things and having money was going to bring women. It is what it is. So I get my hair cut every week just in case I run into my future boo outside. I ain't out here, walking around all shaggy, for nothing. Like, I ain't doing that. I'm keeping myself together, keeping myself groomed. And because men know that it's a competition out here. We deal with the competition when we in school. Lose your chick to a dude with a car while you in school. You know what I'm saying? He got a car, you don't. And it's like, oh man, I need to step my game up. Smart men do that. Smart men be like, man, I need to get it together.
Get on that play field.
Do this. Yeah, so I can even this playing field or get above the playing field. That's how men operate, because we have to in order to get the attention of women. Women don't have to operate that way. So, it's just one of them things, that men naturally desire women, and the smart men figure out how to increase their odds of getting the type of women that they want. Jay, what you think?
No, I definitely agree with that. I mean, many of the things we do is to get, female attention. Like you said, the clothes you wear. Like, for example, you go out to the club, you're going to make sure, hey, you got a fresh cut. Your clothes is fresh. You're going to make sure there ain't no creases in your pants or nothing. You make sure your clothes is on. You make sure you got on, good smelling cologne and everything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You're going to, but like you said, even to the car you drive. Now, women shouldn't be the sole reason of making money, just like you said, but it's a side effect from, the success that you have, making a certain amount of money, you have a nice car, nice crib and all that.
Yeah, I mean, because we know that people don't just grow up wishing, you know what, I just want to be by myself all my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be alone, and I want to pay for everything myself. Like, that's not usually a person's goal. No. But I think, by the time you're 20, 30, based off your lifestyle, it's a very, clear indication of where it's going. A person that's socially awkward, especially a woman, that ain't never had a boyfriend by the time she's in college or an adult, then she probably doesn't operate in a way that she's probably going to actually attract the type of man, that's going to be interested in her, because the girls that have always attracted the cute guys do that throughout life. You know what I mean? Like from middle school to high school, they're always attracting a certain caliber of guy. And so even though right now we got the society and social media and all that, where there's like this battle of the sexes, deep down inside, nobody, you can talk about how men get on your nerves all you want, but Valentine's Day, Christmas, all these times that are centered around family or relationships come around, and you see them getting their feelings over.
Yeah, man, these hit chicks be buying flowers for themselves and acting like somebody else did.
They've been doing that for years.
Yeah, they buy presents, pull out some old bags and be like, "Oh, thank you," and you be like,
"Hey, got this for me."
Yeah, like my point is, men be like too, because it's a lot of dudes out here that can't get women that's just as lonely. It's a lot of them out there. I don't believe it. Men just don't vocalize it and put stuff on Instagram. Like he ain't buying himself flowers on Valentine's Day. Like men typically ain't doing that. But that's why it's important for women, and it's important for men to be real with themselves. Be real with themselves and not be connected to this social media thing. Like, I don't need a man, I don't need a woman, whatever. And then you got to be realistic, man, with what you want out here. Because, what I see with a lot of women is that they think they the only ones that matter when it comes to picking somebody or liking somebody. They think they the only one that matter. Yeah, like it's a whole nother dynamic to this thing. He gotta like you back. So it behooves you not to be out here with these bad attitudes and bad behaviors and bad mindset, and you still desire a relationship like most women do. They desire a relationship. They desire marriage. They desire kids if they do not have them. So when you come out here and you have a bad attitude or a bad mindset, that attitude guides your behavior. Men can tell through your behavior that you're going to be problematic in a long-term relationship. Smart men can. That's why smart men avoid those women, even though the men also desire to be with women. Like you said, Terry, nobody want to be by themselves. I don't, but I want it to be right. So therefore, I'm going to take my time with who I choose to be around. So, I try to put myself in the best position to attract that woman with not only the way that I think, but the way that I move, the way I handle myself and all those.
You got to.
Yeah,
because I mean, like, and I don't think a lot of guys or a lot of people really understand that. Like, yeah, they social media bait. But if you were just actually out here hitting all the women that you could hit just based off your status and all that, then you would probably eliminate yourself from the women that you actually want to be with. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
for sure. Yeah.
If you were known for smashing all your followers and all that type of thing, guys would be jealous of it and like, damn man, I wish I could be like SD. But I think guys like you are smart enough to realize that's not the way to move. The risks, don't really match with the reward that you would get in that type of situation. But the sexual desire is such a major influence for how men behave. Because like you said, a lot of guys can't get sex, can't get women to voluntarily sleep with them. So they operate, that's where we get this fuel for the simp culture, where they cash apping a random chick, just hoping that she acknowledge him or read his DM or respond to his message. I can't imagine being in that situation. Every time we talk about it, it's kind of foreign to me because it seems like it's so easy to do. But it just kind of makes me realize that me and my partners are on one side of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Because damn, I feel sorry for the dudes that can't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro.
That's tough.
I think easier is somewhat relative here, because I think, with you, Terry, I think you learned very early on of how to attract women and do the things to attract even before social media. I mean, I think somewhat easier because you do have different platforms on social media that kind of cater to guys that struggle with getting women. There's plenty of those out there. Now, what they working on, I don't know, but they're out there.
Yeah, I see a lot of guys. I do see that are catering to guys, giving them advice, giving them game. I don't know how effective it is because a lot of the guys that are giving it are dudes with swag already. They already got the look.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you telling a little lame, chubby dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, your may or may not actually help the dude. You know what I mean? Like, but see, to me, that's those guys. That's on you, bro. You could have gotten in shape. You can always do things to improve your position with the opposite sex outside of getting a better job and all that.
But that's the best way.
Yeah, I mean, it's right. Being able to have a conversation and generate genuine interest is obviously the best.
Yeah, but see, men got the equalizer, and that equalizer is money. If he's short, he fat, he out of shape, whatever. Hey man, if Flavor Flav can get 90 women to come on his show and try to get him,
yeah, hey, that's a valid
point. He got money. Listen, you're not short, you're not too ugly, you're not too fat, you just too broke, or you don't have the confidence. You don't have the confidence. Get your money together, and then you got to. I don't care what these dudes tell you on social media. They can give you all the game in the world. If you don't have the confidence to get out there and do some of these here things, you ain't gonna get it. So yeah, I feel bad for some of these here dudes, some of the good dudes, like I do for the women. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that sexual desire is killing them. These fools beating off every day. They gotta beat off every day because they can't sniff a titty out here. You know what I mean? But these are the women, it's a lot different for the women. So, you just got to move smart out here with the things that you do. That's it.
Yeah, it's the little things that you get from having women, even if you're not in a serious relationship. Just seeing a woman walk around the house in her panties and things like just little stuff that are very valuable to guys. That they don't get any of. That's crazy, man. It would suck to be like, when you're around coworkers or whatnot, and they view you as like the platonic dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, that's like an invisible existence.
Yeah, Terry. Listen, this is 4,781. I just counted them out. the time you done said the panties. You got a panty thing, man? Talk to me. What's
Oh
up?
man, I love yes, I do. I do have a fetish for cute panties, man.
Cause hey, listen, every time we talk, every time we talk, he be like, man, she walk around in her panties, or you know what I'm saying, like a chick be selling her panties, and then she be looking at her panties, and then it be other panties, and then other panties. I be standing out Victoria's Secret looking at them, look at panties, and then panties be like panties. I go to Target just to look at panties, and I'm like, dang, this nigga really like panties.
Hey, it's one of my. Yeah, you're right. It is.
Hey man,
you
I like toes, right?
I can say the same thing about toes.
Yeah, I talk about.
There you go. I knew that was coming.
Hey,
don't come for me, bro. You know.
No, you already know. So Jay,
what up?
What's your thing, man? It's out here on the table now. I talk about feet.
Hey.
Terry talk about panties. What's your thing? If you tell me midgets, man, I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, little people. Little people.
Listen, I've never dealt with a bitch a day in my life, man.
Okay.
Man, listen, I'd be almost 2 feet tall. I'm 6'5" here.
Okay, what's your thing though? You gotta pause.
I like pause. I like titties. That's me.
Okay, I got you.
All
okay, you're a titty man. There it is.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, man. Everybody got they, what they thing that they pay attention to. You can't help what you like. You know what I mean? And so, but for dudes that ain't but you figure that out by having been around women. You know what I'm saying? Like to get a preference or figure out what you like and don't like, you gotta have something to experience and choose from. And so
I don't know, Terry. I don't know. With the creation, because with the creation of porn, these here dudes can create that thing that they like, or find that thing that they like in 364 categories on Pornhub.
But that ain't real.
I understand, but it ain't gotta be. Now it's a mind thing. It's a mind thing. I just saw today on Lil Duval's page, they have virtual girlfriends now. You get the and dude was in the listen to me. Listen, check his page out when we done. He had a virtual, he had that VR headset on, and he's showing everything, and he in the park.
The Apple, like
yes. He in the park with a virtual girlfriend throwing bread at pigeons. Bro, these here dudes out here can create something in their mind, because the mind is more powerful. The mind and the heart is more powerful. That is the whole thing with porn. That turn you on when you see panties or when you see toes or titties. It's a mind thing. So the porn creates this illusion in the mind, or will give you a sense of satisfaction through it, to where you can figure out, hey, yeah, I like titties. You don't necessarily have to spend that time with a woman to figure it out. For the lame dudes, they can be aroused through porn. And now they have the virtual girlfriends that they can sit there and beat off to instead of porn. Like, this is the world that most men live in. Most women think that these here dudes are out here being hoes. No, they are not. Most men can't be hoes. Most of them are sitting at home lonely, waiting on a woman to take them serious. So when the women say, ain't no good men out here, or things like that, it just ain't, it just, you don't like the men that are really good men. Most women like the dudes that's hoes.
Or the
that's
ones
just
on her level.
That's what I'm saying. But what is her level? What's her level?
It really, from our perspective, the biggest factor is obviously her appearance. A woman that's in shape and got a curvaceous shape or whatnot is going to appeal to most men for a variety of reasons.
Yes,
but women don't view guys that are on their level as being, possible dates. Like you said, they have their eyes set on this top tier, upper caliber guy. And I think that's where the start of the, you know, dysfunction in the dating system comes from, because if you're not willing to date somebody on your level, that's like everybody in the employment industry. If everybody with a high school diploma felt like they were on the level of they deserve a job that had a PhD prerequisite, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like, come on, man, everybody, y'all clearly not qualified for this position, but they don't see it that way.
They don't know their level.
They don't
know they think their level is determined by them.
Yeah.
They think they determine their level. That's not the way that works. So because they think they determine their level, or because they want things to determine their level that men don't take into consideration, like their money. They think, hey, I'm a nurse. Hey, I ain't date no dude down here making this. Why would I do that? Because that's your level, sweetheart. That's your looks level. Your looks level determines the type of earner that you can get 9 times out of 10. And they don't want to accept that, because then they'll say, well, looks is in the eye of the beholder. No, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Or they'll use an exception to the rule.
Exactly.
No.
But because it doesn't serve them. Most don't have the self-awareness or wherewithal to know with where their level at or where they're at in the dating game. So like you said earlier, most women think they're a dime when that might be far. They may or may not be far from the case there.
Yeah, but a facially challenged woman, or physically out of shape woman, it's like a 37-year-old man flipping burgers at Burger King. They the equivalent. Yeah, they on the same level.
So any of these people, do you think that they have they're going to actually start implementing the things that it takes to improve their situation? Like, these women can make themselves more desirable. They can, learn to decrease or eliminate the things that cause unnecessary conflicts with men, or cause them to be viewed as short-term options or women that guys wouldn't date. I mean, people like us are out here giving them free game and free insight to how husband material men think. How long before they actually start implementing it and doing something with it?
Well, I think they can. They're fully capable. But I think if just in anything in life in general, if you're going to get better at anything, I think the first step is having a level of self-awareness to know, okay, what did I do wrong here? Where did I go wrong? And what can I do to improve that? And if you don't have that self-awareness, well, you're going to keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result, and it's just not going to happen.
I don't think that most of them will change until it's really, really too late. Because most of them, regardless of what they look like, regardless of how they act, regardless of their attitudes and their behavior, they can still get sexual attention from men. And that sexual attention from men warps the mind and warps them to think that they have relationship options based off of who will push their penis inside of them. And that's where they go wrong at.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the media and all that, but our society kind of pushes this romanticism of falling in love, finding the one, finding the person, and all this type.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the topic of a lot of the songs. I mean, we got Pound Town recently.
What song?
I mean, we got all kind of songs about love and
no, give me. When we talk about the last 20 years,
yeah, I'm gonna say not necessarily the latest music, but historically, our media has been our love. We got love stories, the fairy tales centered around love. So look at Disney.
SD, look at the Disney movies. I mean, they sell that in a Disney movie all the time.
Forever, ever after.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Happily
Listen, I don't care what Disney telling them. Sexy Red, Glorilla, and all these other folks got way more influence than Disney. And then every commercial, most of the commercials, they don't be families. They be people by themselves. They incentivize women to be by themselves. Telling them, be strong, be independent. We'll give you this. We'll give you Section 8. We'll pay for this. We'll pay for that. Just don't have a man around. Society ain't pushing people to be together. Absolutely not. If they were pushing people to be together and wanted people to be together, they would not incentivize breaking families apart, getting a divorce, getting child support. They wouldn't incentivize these here. They wouldn't push these here entertainers that have so much influence. Or maybe it's just our community. Maybe it's just our community.
Because that's the thing that they were saying that went viral. Was it Ring Before Spring or something?
That was me. Yeah, that was my post. That's a white thing. Yeah. That's white girls. White girls have Ring Before Spring. That's their goal when they go to college. When they go to college, they think is to find a husband, find a guy that they can marry, and they typically not worried about how tall he is. If you got a big nose, they like, hey, what path are you on? Oh, he gonna have a nice job, or he a carpenter, or he come from a good family. So yeah, I'm gonna get with him. We like each other. We gonna get married. That's what their goal is. Whereas in our community, because we don't have the community like they have of 2-parent homes teaching these here things, is get your bag, forget these here dudes out here, sleep with as many people as you want, and then come out here when you 30, 35 and try to get a man out here. That is the thing. And so the Ring by Spring is really what the women should be doing. That's really what they should be doing.
I mean, I don't know where I had heard of that, but somewhere I had heard that most people that go to college find their spouse in college. And it makes sense. You're both on, if you're in college, you have the long-term goals of being something or doing something with your life. Right. And so when you're in that environment where you're 19, 20, going to parties, hanging out, you meeting lots of people that are on your level. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't remember thinking in college I'm necessarily searching for a wife, but I definitely had a prerequisite of what I considered to be wife material. And, in the back of my mind, what I was looking for in a woman long term. And I damn sure made sure I met the prerequisites that women were going to have long term for guys. So finding somebody in college, that's the smartest thing to do to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's easy pickings. I never went to college. I wish I did. Man, I wish I did, because I be seeing some of these here things of these HBCUs, and I be like, God, y'all, I couldn't imagine having that many women at my disposal in one place that I could talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have just been, I probably would have been 10 times worse. I'm glad I didn't go to college.
You're the ones at university.
Man, it breeds the best, because like I said, that the competition among the guys, you're competing with dudes that's gonna be judges and engineers and this and that. So you have to be actually doing something in order to present yourself in a way where you're not lying and deceiving chicks and doing dirty macking and all the kind of other stuff that guys resort to. The dudes that were just able to just get it on their own and have women like them for them, you see the cream rise to the top among those guys.
Pause. God. Jeez. I'm sorry, man. I mean, you seen the cream rise to the crop with those guys. Slow down. Wait a minute. Have a podcast are we running here? No. I would have loved it though. So, hey, man, I'm glad you got to experience that. Jay, you went to college too, right?
I went to college. I didn't go to an HBCU, but yeah, I definitely did.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna ask you, you went in trade school, was it all guys or was there women in there learning different trades too?
It was like 99% men, and then it was like 1% of chicks that look like men. So it was not like a college. It was, you know what I'm saying? Because trades in general are 98% men, all of them when you put them together. So when you go to trade school, that's pretty much what you see. It's pretty much because those are rough professions. Those are physically taxing professions, and women typically shy away from those. It's kind of like men working at daycares. How many men working at daycares? Very few. that go to do that type of thing. Yeah, because it's more of a female-driven workforce. So that's how it was.
That's how education is.
Yeah, same thing.
Dominated by women. Yeah, by women, right?
Yeah. So it's the same thing, just in reverse, man. You know, so I ain't never messed with a chick at work or anything like that. So because it ain't none there. No, I'm straight.
All right, man. It looks like we are up against the clock. We about to get up out of here, man. But before we go, I want to give another shout out to my man, Brother Soul Productions, for keeping us laced with our background music. I want to remind y'all to continue supporting the podcast through our Cash App and our PayPal. JSD, man, I appreciate y'all linking up so we can get this episode knocked out. This has been another episode of the How to Husband Podcast, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.